Lorna, I wrote a book.
It's Liza.
I just bought the audiobook. You have to read it. And it has to be audio.
Yeah, it's tell me again what's happening in this audiobook. Who is it narrating?
So they say it's the AI Liza. And I actually think it is, because there are just weird pauses every like fourth or fifth word. And the best part is in the actual prose, she will say, kids, and you would have had to be there. Or like, kids, it was a different time. And I said, oh, honey. It is so great.
Oh my God. I love that Liza uses kids all the time.
All the time. It's in the title of the book.
Is it?
Yes, it's kids. You'll never believe what I have to say. I can't even remember. It's too long of a title, but.
All right. Well, let's get in the car. Let's drive to Salt Lake City. Put on the audiobook.
You have to listen to it. It's just pure camp, pure funny. She's like, I'm not above marrying a gay person. It wouldn't be the first time. I'm obsessed with her.
Listen, I'm not above marrying a gay person either. Lucas, how are you otherwise?
I'm great. I'm feeling the funny. I'm feeling the energy.
Wow, that's something new and different for you.
I know.
What?
I get 1 day a week. Usually it's not Sunday, but today it is a Sunday.
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah.
You seem churlish.
I'm feeling a little truculent. I'm feeling a little exhausted.
Or exhausted.
I am hanging on as best I can.
How's the back psoriasis?
We're doing real good.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm now to a point where people don't look at my naked flesh and go, "Oh my God, what happened?" Which is nice. I do appreciate not reacting, in a big way when they see my back.
I mean, what are you going to do though when they do The Shape of Water 2? I mean, who's going to play that big old fish?
I was a shoo-in for that, and I just listen. The universe didn't mean for me to be in The Shape of Water 2. The fucking I'm good. I don't need to be in it. Electric Boogaloo.
Well, we are talking today on the podcast fathers.
Because it's Father's Day.
It's Father's Day.
Father's Day.
I can't help but notice you didn't wish me a happy Father's Day yet.
So tell me about your dad. What's his story?
My dad is one of my favorite people in the entire world. I feel like growing up, he and I didn't have the most in common because he's this like outdoorsy hunter, fisherman, always wearing a hat.
Loves Ariana Grande.
But the older I get, the more I realize my thought process, I'm becoming more and more like my dad.
You know how brain rotted I am? When you said that, I thought THOT process. Where are we going with this? I'm like, oh, yes, your thought process. Gotcha.
But he is just like the funniest. He's a curmudgeon. He's crabby, irritable.
And that is you to a T.
And I am getting there by the day.
You are the crabbiest.
Literally just everything. And it's so funny to me. Like, it's one of those things. Do you remember Bam? Is it Margera? Whatever.
Everybody remembers Bam Margera.
Do you remember his reality show where his dad was just always bitching and everyone was laughing at him? Very much the setup at my family.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Living La Vida Bam, I think was what it was.
Like, he's going to say foul, horrible, awful things, but it's not personal at all.
Oh, okay. So he's a roastress.
But then, like, big, giant heart. Not a roastress, because a roastress, the point is to get you to laugh. He's telling the truth.
Oh, I see. So he's just being...
But then he's really sweet, where like when it will snow in the wintertime, he'll worry about my mother. And so they'll be talking on the phone and she'll be like, okay, I got to work. Like, I'm going to go in. He goes, call me when you get upstairs because it's icy. Like, and she's like, I'll be fine. And then she won't call him. And then in 10 minutes, he'll call, be like, why didn't you call? So he worries about everyone.
Got it. Okay. That's nice. And what would you say? So you yourself, you're very crabby. You're very curmudgeonly.
Today, I think the roles are reversed, baby.
The roles are reversed today.
Are we about to have a confrontation?
No. I'm going to try and ask more questions today.
Oh.
Because you let me know that I...
We'll have our performance review on camera. I need safety in numbers.
Listen, we'll work it out on the remix. We can let the comments section decide.
Would you be Lord or Charlie?
I think I'm just not Brat
Yeah.
in that way. I'd have to be Lord's. I'm not happy about it. Nobody liked solar power.
You did walk like a bitch when you were 10. That's an actual lyric.
I mean, listen, when I was 10, there's something in my eye. There was something in my eye when I was 10 too.
What's your dynamic with your dad? What's he like?
My dad, he and I have a good relationship, thankfully. And he's usually, at this point right now, he's sending me memes and jokes.
Oh, that's great.
Are they the most, cutting edge material comedy wise? No. But yeah, always what I love is that my dad is often sending me bits to try out on stage. And every now and again I'll try them out just because let the dog see the rabbit.
The example is Larry the Cable Guy doing the most homophobic set you ever saw.
It is the one my dad was wanting me to do. And I say wanting like he was begging. He just had given it to me and I kept it in my back pocket. But I was talking about how my dad got his hip replaced. I said, and this is great because my dad, he's always felt like a lesbian trapped in a man's body. And now after this, whatever gender fucking some gender transgender operation joke later. And I forget those words. I'm butchering it now, much like they butchered his operation. Boom! There it is. And I sent him the video and I was like, yeah, Dad, that one didn't work. He was like, you got to try it again. I was like, don't give me feedback.
Well, and you two have spent you've done cross-country car rides with your father, haven't you?
Oh, yeah. My dad for ages and ages does that thing where he just will enter raffles all over this godforsaken country.
It's a very dad thing to do.
It's a very dad thing to do. And he won a Maserati in a raffle from some church in Central Florida, which is just the most fucking Florida thing.
A Maserati?
A blue Maserati. And we flew from Washington State to Central Florida and drove that sumbitch back to Washington.
Okay, that's an actual cross country. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was a lot of driving.
How many hours is that?
There's no way to be sure.
I also did ask for a coffee and I never got one. How many hours is that?
I don't. Tell our readers what you said when you walked in, because I was so blocked.
You were really confused at first. I walk in and I was 30 minutes late. Which normally I'm 5 to 10, but I actually 15 minutes ago was in the shower. I was really late today. So I already knew he was mad at me. And so I walk in, I see he's got a big cup of coffee and I go, oh, I didn't know you made coffee. It smells so good. I'd have a cup. And then you're so far past annoyed that it's funny.
Oh, what a killer bit. What a killer bit. I seriously considered stabbing you for about 25 seconds.
And then I went into the kitchen. I'm like, I smell it. I just don't see it.
I still might stab you, to be clear. Oh, boy. So, yes, long drive. It took us the better part of a week to get back to Washington State from Florida.
So how many stops is that? 4 or 5?
Yeah, something like that. But we drove through Florida, then up through Georgia, Mississippi, I think a bit of Alabama, Tennessee, Arkansas. And then my memory goes.
I could do that with my dad, and I love my parents equally. It's just the dynamic is different. I am more at ease around my father because my dad is a realist. Exactly what I was saying earlier, where I know everything he's saying is just his truth, which isn't to say my mom's a liar, but my mom just isn't. My
mom is a LinkedIn influencer.
My mom keeps things in until there's no more room to hold it. And then she blows up, and then that's finally the truth. My dad is just I hate this song. Whereas my mom's more what is she saying?
Yeah. So your dad and I are saying, when you drove us to Burbank for some reason, that was my thing. Oh, don't care for this.
Well, and with my dad, I would have put on like Zeppelin or something older.
Yeah.
With the gays, I do
Put
put
on Slater,
Yeah.
which I did care for. But yeah, so my dad and I, we drove across Wyoming, and we got up to like 130 miles an hour on the streets, on the roadways.
How much is a Maserati? Was it a new one?
No. I had a troubled history. That's why it was being given away in a raffle.
Does he still have it, or did he?
No, he
sell
sold it when we got back to
Smart.
Washington.
I was going to say I would sell that.
Yeah, the taxes on it were
Yeah.
nuts, or like the insurance and whatever else was bananas. So he just sold that as soon as we got back, but we just did the drive. And I remember this will give you a good indication of kind of dude my dad is. We were at a gas station in northern Georgia, and something about like, I don't know, maybe it was southern Georgia, whatever. It was Spanish moss everywhere in that part of the South. And there's just something so sinister about all of those trees and the Spanish moss, and everything's just the humid, that damn heat. So I'm in the gas station getting my provisions, and I come back out and the car's gone, just gone. Like, it's not parked, it's not around the corner, just completely gone. And then I'm like, well, I'll be goddamn, the trade left me in fucking Georgia. And then maybe 4 or 5 minutes later, the car pulls back up. My dad's there, and this kid gets out. He's probably 11 or 12, and jumps out. He's like, "Thanks, mister," and just runs off. And I go to my dad. I said, "Dad, what in the Kentucky Fried Fuck just happened?" He's like, "Oh, it's just this kid. He was on his bike. He was like, 'Hey, mister, are you a doctor?'" And he goes, "Why?" He's like, "'Cause why else would you be driving a Maserati?" And my dad just gave the kid a spin around the block in a
that's
Maserati.
really cute. That's so cute. That is funny that you're just waiting on the curb though, like with your Waffle House to go bag.
Yeah,
like,
seriously. I was just like, oh my God. And, I guess that was 10 years ago at this point. And even 10 years ago, that was like, we've all read this news story before.
The story I was referencing, I thought for some reason you guys drove from LA to Seattle.
We did. Oh, no,
You did that as well?
When I brought my motor car down here, we drove from north of Seattle down to LA.
Damn.
Yeah. And that was a long drive.
So you've done multiple cross country trips.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And that was a hard drive just because my dad is now to a point where like you have to shout things at him because his hearing's not so good. And so if you don't, like, it almost seems like he's not listening. Like, I just hadn't been around him enough to know that, his hearing's going. Obviously, he's a woman of a certain age. His hearing's going. So like, you got to speak up. They're talking about the war, Hannah.
Yeah.
So I just got so irritated with him because it's like, oh, this song is fun. You'll like this. What's that? Oh my God, we've got 1,000 and some miles left. So it was just a tough drive. Also, he's in that fabulous habit of the passenger seat driver where I'm switching lanes, whatever. He'll be like, "You're good here." I'm like,
Yeah.
I see that, Father. Thank you. Much appreciated. I don't need you to co-pilot anytime anything's happening.
My dad has major car anxiety. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, he would be tough to drive with.
It wasn't as acute as it was on the drive down this most recent time. And by the end of it, I was like, I will be, Dad, I love you. You are the blueprint. But I cannot wait until you get on that plane.
How did he do when you came out?
Oh, he was perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Really, truly, like not, I think, he didn't really.
He was like, hot fag!
Pie in the face. No, there was no major reaction. He was supportive, maybe is what I mean to say.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't completely neutral. But
You were also 7.
it's not coming. I don't even remember. I don't think I ever directly came out to my dad, now that I think about it, because I remember coming out to my mother. I was hammered.
Also 7.
Yeah. Smoking, just the, Mom, I got something to tell you. Yeah. How was your father when you came out?
He was good. My parents pretty much knew from the time I was 2, I think they said. They were like, oh yeah, we knew you were gay.
Yeah. We didn't like it.
I was going to say we've hated it ever since, but yeah, I guess the time is now. We've been waiting. He more or less was just like, as a reminder, and I feel like I say this every episode, I grew up in the prairie of North Dakota. He just was like, Luke, I don't know many gay people. I don't know much about it, but you're my son and I love you. And I was like, that works.
That'll do.
That's actually perfect.
Here, Dad, I'm going to give you a list of films to watch. Okay, first off, Brokeback Mountains. That's coming out in 4 years from now.
So I'm glad that's funny you bring that up. So my dad is actually a huge movie buff, movie fan. My dad has great, excellent taste, which looking at him on the outside, like he's just like a blue collar, I said hunter fisherman, you would have no idea. But I'm named after the movie Cool Hand Luke. And then he showed me my favorite memories of me and him growing up, where he would always take me to the movie store every Saturday and we would get 5 old movies for $5. And so that's where I saw like The Godfather, Chinatown, Goodfellas. And so like my entire love of film and movies is entirely because of my dad.
How fun.
And he let me get like, and this is where he must have known I was gay, because like my dad has watched Cabaret, Beaches, like Sex in the City too. Like my dad and I have seen hundreds and hundreds of movies together.
Dawson's 20 Low Weekend.
And I remember I remember how embarrassed I was. I was like, Dad, I really like, I had always wanted to see Cabaret, speaking of Liza. And I remember always like week after week wanting to grab it and not, because I knew like the gay of it. And I was like, Dad, this came out the same year as The Godfather I read. And it actually was nominated for more Oscars and won more Oscars than The Godfather. And Bob Fosse ended up writing, or I didn't know this, but he did all that jazz. And my dad had watched all that jazz and liked it. And so I was like, can we please do it? And he was like, oh, fuck, fine, fag. Jesus, just be gay.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah.
I get the feeling you're sort of like Billy Elliot's from Billy Elliot.
And then I love to dance.
You're just the coal miner's gay child. There's something in my eye.
Yeah.
This bit is going to just crush online. It's going to be.
That's called Come, Helen.
No, I couldn't. Not after last night. And so how old is your father now?
That I was gay? What did you ask?
How old is your father now?
Oh, I thought you said, how old was your father when he knew?
No. No, that's not what I said. I'm sure if you rewind.
My parents are young. They're 57, 58.
Oh.
50. My dad just turned 58.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. You're such an old soul.
Me?
Yeah. Excuse me. You're such an old hole.
No, they were 26 when they had me.
Wow.
They were 20 when they had my brother.
Huh. That just fundamentally realigned a lot. I figured your parents would be ancient.
Why?
I think because you're just so crabby. Like a lot of naturally crabby people, they're like that because their parents were already at the crabby stage.
I mean, not wrong.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to let you run with this. I am not like a curmudgeon walking around like those damn kids.
Yeah.
But if I'm around a bunch of annoying comedians who won't let the room breathe for even 5 seconds, my face might show how I'm feeling, which is annoyed.
That's how your face always looks.
I'm not a group settings person.
No.
Also, what you're picking up on, and I'm serious, I come at me in the comments. There's not very many Scandinavians down here. And
Sure.
I'm Norwegian. Like
Yeah.
we just think of Ingrid Bergman's resting face, think of Ingmar and I think I'm realizing it more now, or getting it more now, because like in the Midwest, I was around other crabby looking people probably.
Yeah.
But we're not. We're just shy.
It is true. The Scandies do have kind of a
We're from a cold, bitter place.
Face. I mean, I did that one show at Jet Lagged in Santa Monica, and there was just 2 rows of scowling Norwegian women in the front. Like, this is fucking brutal.
Yeah.
It's just like performing to a howling nor'easter.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Just watch an Ingmar Bergman film. Like we're not necessarily that depraved, but
Did you ever see Wild Strawberries?
love.
Yeah.
I've seen all
The
of this
Seventh
stuff.
Seal.
My favorite's Autumn Sonata.
Oh, I hadn't seen that.
Ingrid Bergman is a celebrated cellist, or is it violinist? Anyway, either way, she's a celebrated musician, and she pretty much wasn't present for all of Lee Volman's life. And then Lee Volman is taking care of her special needs sister. And basically, there's a ton of resentment because now Lee is like 40, Ingrid's like 70 something. It's actually Ingrid Bergman's final film, her greatest performance.
Oh, Swedish Resentment.
It's fantastic. It's my favorite movie. You got to watch it.
Interesting.
We'll add it to the film list. We'll add it to the.
Yeah.
It'll be a good Mother's Day watch.
What would you watch with your father if he were with us right now?
Goodfellas.
Oh,
Absolutely.
My dad always went Tarantino. He loves Kurosawa. He loves Tarantino.
My dad did show me, this is a funny story. So I was about 10 and my dad was like, you got to watch Pulp Fiction, which no offense. And sorry, Dad, to put you on blast. Not for 10-year-olds.
Not for a 10-year-old, no.
The scene where Uma Thurman gets stabbed with the adrenaline needle in the heart. It was Kevin McAllister. And I ran out of the room and I ran directly into my mom's bed and I jumped up there and she goes, Troy! And he goes, she wasn't dead. He saved her. She's not dead. Was she dying of a fucking coke overdose? She was.
That's a lot for a 10-year-old.
It was a lot.
That's a lot.
Maybe the old soul.
Yeah.
Maybe I just knew people were doing drugs.
Sometimes you get a little more than, sometimes you bite off a little more than you can chew.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What about you and your father? Do you guys have any little hobbies? What do you talk about when you call home?
I tell him the food's good. I tell him I get 3 squares a day. Well, I mean, every now and again I try, because my dad growing up, he was, all through my childhood, he was an ER doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's seen the gnarliest shit.
They're the busiest. That's crazy.
So I remember every now and again when I get to feeling a little brave, I was going to say, all right, Pa, it's time. I want another war story. And so I'll ask him for like, what was the gnarliest thing he saw in the ER, or just like the grossest or something. I figured I'm a relatively, I used to think I was a tough girl. I used to think I was a tough old bird.
Yeah.
No. My father disabused me of that notion with his stories. My sister has a cast iron stomach. I mean, she's just, you cannot make her puke. Don't try it. She won't. And she is now a doctress, if you will. So she inherited all of my father's, like, you know.
Is this the Ohio one or the Reno one?
The one who's moving to Reno shortly, yeah. She inherited all of my father's, what's the word I'm looking for? His constitution.
Chutzpah.
His chutzpah, yeah. And she is my father's steel. I am his silk.
You're so gay.
And so we were driving from Buffalo, New York to Columbus, Ohio. And I remember I asked him, like, all right, Pa, we got 4 hours. I want to hear what's the nastiest fucking thing. And he told me of a horrible thing he saw in the ER, specifically with a surgery around an eyeball. And that's all I'm going to say about it. And as I was sitting and he's talking and he's, you know, giving me the patient presented with this and came in with this and all these complicating factors. And I'm sitting in the car and I recline it a little bit. I'm like, I should sit down. It's like, man, where are you sitting down? I'm like, oh, I might throw up. I might throw up in this car. But shit was fucking gnarly. So every now and again, when I'm feeling extra special bold, I'll see if I can, if my constitution is improved a little bit. But my sister and I, we got in the habit back when of just like peppering him with first aid questions as if to like test if he was really a doctor. They're like, I got bit by a cottonmouth snake. What do I do?
Yeah.
Like, go to the ER. They're like, Dad, do you suck the venom out? He's like, unless you want some venom, unless you want to get sick.
It's like, I'm not on the clock.
Yeah, pretty much. That was always, so, you know, his credentials hold up under scrutiny.
Yeah. What are his hobbies?
He's definitely at that age where he loves a World War II, anything.
Oh, man.
Loves a Civil War. The
You
man
do too, though. You're always watching World War II stuff.
Don't yell at me.
Yeah.
He loves the Civil War era history of things. We're a Union family, I'll have you know. But he does collect a lot of memorabilia to do with the Civil War. So there's a lot of, you know, like Confederate and Union outfits and sabers and shit like that.
Can I come out?
You Confederate fucking.
I'm going to come out. I'm going to share something that I've never shared.
Yeah, okay. Are you ready? I'm ready.
I want to start doing puzzles.
I knew this day would come.
When you said that he watches World War II documentaries, I was like, oh man.
Have you considered watercolor instead? Because then you make something you need.
I just think the idea of like doing a puzzle with a World War II documentary. That's like, it's like giving me ASMR a little bit.
It's cozy. It is cozy. My ma loves a puzzle.
I love puzzles.
My dad's not big on puzzles, but he reads a ton. He loves a documentary. Really, he's just at his lair, at his table, at his part of the table. There's a stack of books, and he's just going to read through all of them.
Wow. How quick?
Whatever history. I don't know, actually. I haven't observed him in situ to see.
And so these are nonfiction?
Usually nonfiction, yeah.
And it's typically about a war, or is he doing like George Washington's biography?
Both. It'll be a lot of nonfiction, a lot of biographies, but a lot of war history and shit like that. And then where, that's all well and good. Where it comes to be a little bit of like, okay, we got to reel you back in. It's like anytime somebody even vaguely associated with the military nearby, my dad's like, oh, I want it. Let's talk military history. Like,
I kind of like that. I need to read more nonfiction.
Just wait until you get in a room with him and you bring up the Chosin Reservoir, okay?
See, but that's what I want to talk about. Like, tell me something I don't know.
Be careful what you wish for, my angel, because my dad will tell you all about.
I mean, he doesn't spit or anything while he's doing it, does he? As long as the fluids stay in the mouth, I think I'd enjoy it. I like older people, though. I was that gay kid, which is a stereotype where, like, growing up, I'd always have more fun talking to my friends' parents than my friends. So
I see.
I would probably enjoy him better than you.
Probably. He does. The other thing is that I really love about my father, and this is just my own pathology, he likes my writing.
Oh, yeah.
Which is... I love that. I love that for you. That's been a lovely surprise, is that he enjoys the stuff that I've gotten published.
So he's into gay incest. Great. Love that.
No, he doesn't know my pen name. Not the stuff I publish under my pen name. No, my actual stuff.
Got it.
Thank you very much. Does your father read what you've written?
No.
No.
My dad's not a reader.
Does he read?
No.
Can he read?
Yes. My dad, another fun, charming thing about him is he'll be gone for like 3 hours on a Sunday afternoon. He'll come back. He'll have like some deer rifle magazine and just a bag of peanuts. Just be eating peanuts on his spot on the couch. His light will be turned on. He'll just be munching, throwing it into a red Solo cup.
Reading about how to kill those fucking deer. Is he a big hunter?
Yeah.
Oh.
But he's a really... population control is a thing. I'm so sorry to the
it sure is.
Like, especially where I grew up. And he's
and
a very...
fucking deer are a menace.
He's a very ethical hunter. Like, he won't shoot just anything. Like, he doesn't shoot like baby deer or anything. And like, we actually give him a hard time a lot because there will be some falls where he'll come back and like, just, he didn't get anything. He's like, and then he'll show us some footage and we're like, why didn't you get that one?
Yeah.
He's like, wasn't ready.
Yeah, it is a bummer that for proper conservation, you do actually have to kill some of the animals.
Well, and most of the people that kind of get sick-stomached about it is they eat meat.
Listen,
sorry if you
I
don't, but
this is why I'm not fully plant-based. I just love chicken.
I don't hunt. I don't have the stomach for it. I'm just like, I don't know.
Were you ever present while your dad was like butchering a carcass?
Oh, we had deer hanging in our garage all the time.
Oh, my neighbors did that when my best friends growing up. Their dad
harrowing when you look behind the tarp. It's not.
Yeah, I think. I mean, like growing up, my best friend's dad, he was very much like hunter. He blue collar, that kind of thing. So I never ever was around like a butchered carcass. I don't think, not to my memory. If I was, it never registered as anything.
Well, and obviously now that I have Stevie, I like the idea of killing an animal. I don't understand. And like Stevie does sort of have like a doe-eyed look to her. I just can't.
I mean, Stevie also has this weird thing. She's just big enough that if you look at her wrong, she looks human. She looks like a person dressed up in a dog suit, and it freaks me out.
Dude will sit on couches like this.
Don't flash your moose knuckle at the readers at home.
We need the hits, baby.
Oh boy. Okay, so your dad, he sounds like a decent dude. Okay, where was he on January 6th?
You would laugh at him nonstop. Like,
answer the question.
My dad could not be more independent, apolitical, hates everyone. Actually, you know who he is, and maybe I shouldn't say this, but
it's Ted Cruz. DeLucas's dad is Ted Cruz.
He is probably
confirmed.
Well, I was about to say libertarian but then we obviously go to Ron Paul, and I'm like, he's not bad. My dad is seriously like, don't knock on my door.
Yeah. God, Ron Paul, remember him?
Terrible.
Does your father? Does he smoke marijuana?
No.
No. Okay, he's not that type of libertarian. He's just
He has a bush latte every night. One or two.
I beg your pardon?
A bush light.
Like a bush latte.
Have you never heard that before?
No. It sounds fancy.
I was like, you must be from like a rich uppity.
I'm from.
That's how you know that we grew up in different classes, clearly.
We did. It's true. I do know which fork to start with at dinner. Interesting.
Did your dad drink? Does he smoke?
He certainly he loves his wine. Okay, I don't know. He was never like a capital D drinker growing up.
Yeah.
Like he was never that stock character. But now that he's retired, I think he enjoys a little tipple here and there.
There we go.
I remember. So after my first overdose, I was back at the old familial homestead, in recovering a little bit, and for some reason, my dad and I were talking Scotch. I don't remember why, for whatever reason. Maybe it was because I'd also just left a restaurant job and I was complaining to him about like having to learn tasting notes. And my dad's like, oh, let's try some Scotch. I was like, I just overdosed last week. Maybe let's not. I appreciate this could be a lovely moment, but my liver is still inflamed. I know that was after my second overdose.
He's like, I didn't raise no bitch.
Yeah, my mom after she's like, Christopher, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, it's just Scotch. I just want to taste the smoky smoke taste of it.
That's
all.
hilarious. I had a boss who was obsessed with Scotch, and she would go to Scotland every year and I think she learned how to make it. She was horrible to be around, and I'm obsessed with her.
Oh.
Because again, back to the curmudgeon, total curmudgeon.
Sure.
She had worked in cubicle for like 26 years. So what's that going to do to you anyway?
Yeah.
And I remember one time it was Christmas time and we walked by this other cubicle land in the building and it was all decorated for Christmas. And she was like, that's not going to work for me. So she writes an email to HR. And then literally we walk by the cubicle land like maybe 2 or 3 hours later.
It was all gone.
And they were taking it down. They were all so sad. And she turns to me and she goes, looks like the Grinch did steal Christmas. Can you believe it?
Incredible.
Literally, she was so mean to me. She was so horrible. On my third week there, she pulled me into a huddle room and she goes, Luke, your work's terrible. I was working out of InDesign, which I had never used before.
Oh my God.
Which I said in my interview, yep, I have no InDesign experience. And it was my like second day of using InDesign. She's like, this is terrible. None of this works. We can't use any of this.
Oh boy.
And then at the end of the meeting, she's like, and this is the third week you've been here. As if that was a long time.
Wow. I would have had an immediate panic attack.
To her credit, though, like as maybe raw as she was usually right.
Sure.
Her delivery was bad.
That's not a credit. That's not a
maybe I've just had really horrible bosses, but she's not even the worst.
Yeah.
Like she's like not even in the top 3.
Oh boy. Yeah, that
her
did something to me. I want to find this woman and fight her.
But she was I don't know how to explain it. Like she was like, it's like, did you ever watch Mary Tyler Moore? Such a dated reference. I'm sorry, but
who hasn't?
It's just one of my favorite shows.
Yeah, when I was 6 years old.
Do you remember Lou Grant?
No.
Lou Grant was the editor in The Office, and he would just bitch and moan, and none of them took it. It's very that, and so maybe that's what
I still want to fight this woman.
Yeah.
If you're out there, you're listening, we're fighting.
And she had this big poofy hair. It was permed. It was so outdated. And I remember someone called her on it, or not called her on it, but they were like, "Oh yeah, Kim, like." This person said something really rude, like, "Oh, Kim's got her hair from the 80s." She was like, "Well, at least I still have hair."
Oh boy. Yeah, that type of personality it needs to be contained in an office in a cube farm.
And to be clear, she talks to like her husband and daughter, and that would be her preference, but she had to talk to me and others.
Boy,
so
yeah, that's tough. Wait, what did your dad do growing up? What was his employ?
My father was my milkman.
Wait, what?
Yep. So I'm the milkman's son.
I beg your fucking pardon.
Yeah.
He was driving the little truck and putting milk out on doorsteps.
And some days I got to go with him and I got to put it in the little milk thing. It was so fun. I loved his milk truck so much.
A milkman?
Mm-hmm.
That is utterly unthinkable. That was still a thing back then in North Dakota.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
And then he was my hockey coach, which at the time I hated. Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Because like everyone obviously gave us a hard time. They were like, "Oh, your dad's the coach. That's the only reason you made the team." Like
Facebook
all that
comments
shit,
were really
literal Facebook hazing of me. One dad wrote something of, "This kid would never play on any other team, but the only reason he does is because his dad's the coach." And then someone was like, "Hey, bro, get a life, like quit talking shit." And he's like, "This kid is gay."
work, diva.
So me and my dad both got a lot of shit at that time. And so I hated that he was my coach. But now looking back, I'm really grateful for it because that made us closer. And like after games, we'd stay up until like midnight talking about it. And like we just wouldn't have we wouldn't have done that otherwise,
Yeah. If you could take your father on a vacation, where would you take him?
He doesn't fly. Okay, this is actually, let's get into the nitty gritty. I hate that my dad doesn't like to travel. Like this is where him being crabby and a curmudgeon sucks, is it's like him and my mom have worked their asses off their whole life.
Yeah.
Like blue collar, just they have the means, they don't have a mortgage, they don't pay off, like they have no car
milkman.
payments.
I'm still obsessed with the fact that your dad was a milkman.
Now he's like a maintenance worker at a nursing home, and old people absolutely love him.
Yeah.
Absolutely love him because he is crabby, and so he can match their freak. He's about 30 years under them, but like
He's
same.
at their level,
Yeah.
reading at their level, so to speak.
But he and my mom should be in Florida every other month. I hate Florida. They love it.
Sure. Yeah.
Or Arizona or Maine or Nashville, wherever. Like they should be traveling nonstop.
What about like an RV? Would he do an RV trip, or would that be too much out of the...
They actually might.
I mean, some of them are really nice.
Well, and he drives, like, because he's a milkman.
Of course,
so, like,
of course. My parents bought I don't know what the make of it is, but a Mercedes Sprinter van that has, in now it's an RV, or like they make an RV and a Mercedes Sprinter. It's quite plush.
So I don't know if you know this, but their dog is Stevie's biological sister. Okay.
Yes.
And so now it's a blessing because like they love that dog, and it's an excuse for my dad to be like, "We can't go to Florida.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do with the dog?"
Yeah.
And so, but the
Put
RV,
her to sleep.
but the RV now you can bring the dog.
Yeah, right. I think we need to send your father some brochures about some sumptuously appointed RVs.
Yeah.
Okay. And just see what happens.
He won't. He's never visited me in LA. He doesn't understand why I live in LA. But
yeah, right.
Yeah.
I mean, when my dad and I drove down here, my dad complained the entire time we were in. Like, God, it's seedy around here.
It's your doorstep.
Yeah, seriously. It was 2 blocks over, which, in fairness, across La Brea, it does get a little bit, it's a little less lovely. Mm-hmm. But we're just driving around the neighborhood. He's like, when does it get nice? All right.
To be fair, I remember when I moved here and I lived a block away from you. Yeah. And then so I was driving on Santa Monica in Hollywood there. And I remember being like, oh, I hope I don't live here. And then I took that right onto La Brea and I was like, oh no.
I mean, you remember what Michael Henry said. You cross La Brea and you just get that stank of West Hollywood. You're like, oh, it is there. That is a thing.
And it is a block by block basis. Like, because once you're on Formosa or wherever.
Yeah, and then it gets better as you go. But yeah, my pa, he does not love Los Angeles. No. Does not think it's a darling place to be.
Does he fly well?
Yeah, for the most part. He's not, I don't think he enjoys it. Does anybody?
Do your parents do like European trips or?
Mm-mm.
That's what I wish for my parents. I wish that they went and did stuff like that.
Yeah. What they have been doing is, I don't know what the term is, like a photography excursion. They both got really into photography.
Cool.
And so they went to Crater Lake in Oregon. They did the RV and drove all the way down. There was like some big group of people who go. That photo on the Davenport over there is my mother took that.
Did you call that a Davenport?
It's a Davenport. Yeah.
That's so cute.
And actually, I'll go get it. I'll show it. Show and tell.
In the meantime, I'm just gonna be oh. I actually thought that was art. Like I thought someone painted that.
So no, my mother took this photograph.
How did she get it so purple or magenta?
It was the night sky, darling. but it's a long exposure of shiprock in Monument Valley. That's in the Southwest, but you just do a long exposure and you take the photograph and then the stars all smear around like that.
So your mom did this?
Yeah, my ma did this, but this was my ma and my dad. They went on a.
I was going to say, do you feel weird highlighting your mom on the father's episode?
Not even a little bit. No, because my father was there. Okay, so let's try that.
It just feels like we worked hard to pick a theme, and it feels like now we're deviating from said theme.
Listen, what's a turn in the road? What's a twist in the path? Okay. Why, all you have to show is just your moose knuckle, so I thought I'd give our readers at home a little something nice to feast the eyes on.
I didn't even know it was out and about. Quit looking.
You're in gray sweatpants, Helen.
Sweat shorts.
Anyway, back to fathers. Oh, boy. So, as a father yourself...
Oh, thank you for acknowledging it, finally.
Well, let's not linger on that. How, what do you wish to impart to your daughter?
I just want her to be her happy, loving self, and I don't want her to eat cigarette butts.
She did do a lot of that, yeah.
None of that as a puppy.
What's your parenting philosophy?
I feel like parents learn more from their kids than the other way around.
Would you expand on that?
Like, even just this is stupid, and to be clear, we're joking about me being a father. It's the dog. There are things about her, like, I think about how often Stevie is rejected day in and day out, meaning me telling her no.
Sure.
Or, we'll be on a walk and she'll go and sniff like a half-eaten cheeseburger that's been sitting on the ground, and I yank her away. And like, ideally she would have eaten the cheeseburger, but she wasn't allowed. And then she's just fine.
Uh-huh.
And so you're like, like, for how often we as creatives get rejected, whether it's, no one going to a show or or me getting turned away from a query. It's like we fester on the no. But like,
sure do.
But we shouldn't. We should just be like, okay, I don't get that half-eaten cheeseburger. But there's inevitably going to be another half-eaten cheeseburger around the block.
Sure.
And so it's like, I'm able to glean like, okay, like that's one solid thing that this animal has taught me. It's like, don't fester on the no.
What do you think you've taught your father?
I think I've opened their worlds by being gay. Like, I think I offer a totally opposite new perspective that one, and they haven't been around it not because of their own choice or design. It's just that's North Dakota. Like, it's just, there's no, what are you looking at?
Do you have gum in your mouth right now?
Yes, of course I do. You didn't give me coffee.
All right, we're cutting it here. What we got?
I was being sentimental.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I was on a soapbox.
I got distracted by the fucking wad of gum in your mouth.
You got like cross-eyed. You're like zoning in on me. Like,
I'll play the camera when I go cross-eyed next to this. What are those? Anytime Abby talks at me for a while, I just go. So your father, you broadened his horizons. Mm-hmm. You've opened up his world.
I showed him cabaret.
You showed him cabaret. That is what the kids call doing the work.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about you and your father?
What have I taught my father?
Yeah.
I think most recently I've taught my father maybe the importance of of not being a hack. Like reheated women be talking jokes. Yeah. Like he'll send me a meme about that, and I'll send him back I'll just usually write boo and then have it bloom. Like, no, you could do better than that. You're far too intelligent to have that be the joke you're reaching for. I don't know. Otherwise, like I've just been such a flop. I don't know if I have a ton to teach my dad. He is just pound for pound 3 times more intelligent than I am, 4 times, 5 times, whatever.
I haven't met him, so maybe he is, but I would say I bet it sounds like he has a creative spirit, but got to be a doctor, which is obviously a privilege and whatever. I do know so many doctors and people with really hard jobs like that who really, really, really envy creatives. And so I bet he really thinks you're brave.
I hated that adjective.
I meant that. I know
you
I
meant
meant
that.
that positively.
It gets so...
He probably admires the fact because his circumstances growing up probably didn't allow for him to do so. And he obviously gave you the ability to do that. And now he's like, man, I wish I could have done that.
Yeah.
Maybe there's that thought. I don't know.
I think so. I mean, he's been, working on a mystery for ages and ages, which I feel like also men at a certain age, if you're of that stripe, you're like, I've been working on a novel.
Yeah.
So he's been, since I've gotten this agent and in theory, get this novel I wrote published, that's also opened up a new thing with my dad where he's like, yeah, I'm going to start writing again. I'm like,
oh, that's so cool. Yeah. Okay. That's a better answer.
Yeah.
Versus you hazing him via text.
Listen, if you can't get good feedback, okay, he's not on stage. He's not hearing an audience not laugh at his witticism.
I'm just saying I was able to pull something out of you. I was able to pull an inner truth. And that's what makes this so beautiful.
We don't need to do any of that.
This podcast, first and foremost, is about making music. And together we sound like a chorus straight from Emmett Thompson's Angel Heart, the Angels of America.
Get all the way.
And together we will feast on the melodies and chorus of our words.
Right. Well, this has been a lot, and Lucas is leaving shortly.
Not until I get that coffee.
Oh, the nerve of this child.
All right, breadwinners, thanks for tuning in to another episode. We'll see you next week.
And happy Father's Day to all of you fathers out there, some of you daddies. And
ooh, yeah.
We didn't even address that.
Oh, yeah.
We left that one on the floor.
Yeah.
Cutting room floor. Sometimes you got to kill your darlings. All right, kids. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for joining us. We hope you enjoyed the show.